And it's the greatest stretch of football in program history, and this is one of the biggest games in school history. As the ball comes out, the arm hit of Chambliss, and it's still loose, recovered by Mississippi State. And some pushing and shoving after the play, and now a flag. Daquan Wright and Tyler Lockhart get into it, and now the benches are starting to empty. Mississippi State running onto the field late. Another flag is thrown. The Ole Miss players are staying on their sideline while Mississippi State's bench has come onto the field.
Got to keep your composure in this spot. Both these coaches, these staffs need to get their players, need to pull them back. Boy, the tempers are flared.
Ruling on the field is Malik Silla, forced a fumble on Chambliss, recovered by Mississippi State. And now they got to sort that out, whether the hand was going forward before the ball came out. So Daquan Wright looked to be the one initiating all that.
And then there's Daquan Wright. Lockhart's a freshman. They're locked up over there. You got people grabbing each other's face masks, and coaches start to get involved. The scrum just kind of starts moving, and everybody's pushing.
Storming back, the Cardinals just trying to hang on. Isaac Brown running hard. He's got 2 touchdowns today in his return from injury. A late hit from Toledo, and now pushing and shoving. And this is turning ugly over on the Louisville sidelines. Absolutely the last thing you want to see in what has been a hard-fought, well-played bowl game. He's a scrum over on the Louisville sideline. The officials trying to get in there and doing the best they can to separate these 2 teams. Louisville clearly taking issue with the late hit. And Isaac Brown clearly out of bounds, and Sherman
clearly
drives him.
That was unnecessary. That was frustration being taken out, and then you're doing it right into the Louisville bench.
Gonna try it here. Got to get rid of it, and does. Still pitching it. And that's it. Flags on the field. And it's getting chippy. This is not good. This is not good. This is going to mar what has been a fantastic game. A tremendous comeback by Hawaii.
A lot of crossover on these teams. Guys that grew up with one another. A lot of island ties. Emotions getting testy.
That's what we are. That's what Michigan does, man. And that's what we do first of all, and stop this.
And folks, something interesting is going on the field right now. Michigan tried to plant their flag in the middle of the Ohio State field, and the Buckeyes rushed right to them. And now there's some skirmishes going on the field. An unsportsmanlike gesture by the Wolverines. Unnecessary. They've won the game. No need to be disrespectful.
Ugly scene. Incredibly ugly scene for a beautiful rivalry.
Breeds more success. Your college football Saturday continues with the FCS first round playoffs. Tennessee State and Montana as we go final. And Florida plants the flag We've seen this cause chaos around college football. Started with Michigan, Ohio State, UNC, and North Carolina State got into it. And
They got to get rid of this flag planting stuff. This is causing too many problems here. It's unnecessary. Florida took care of business tonight. This is just something you absolutely don't need.
And Mike Norvell and Billy Napier were right in the middle of it. And Florida got that flag planted fast, and Florida State took issue with it.
I have a feeling that's going to be something that's going to be addressed in this offseason. There's going to be a severe penalty for the flag planting in the opposing team's field. Just unnecessary.
It's right in the center of this. Mike Norvell, the head coach, he's the one who rips the Florida flag off the Seminoles logo and throws it.
And what a game by both teams. Defenses played outstanding in the first half. Offenses came alive, and the tension in this stadium was palpable. And what a great scene with Mac and Dave Doran embracing at midfield. A lot of respect for each other. There's a fight, looks like, happening in the middle of the field with fans on the field. This is not a pretty scene. This is
not good.
This is scary. You got players with their helmets off.
This is a bad scene. Both in the middle of the field, the fight has spilled over to the NC State bench. The NC State wanted to plant the flag at midfield, and players like J.J. Jones took exception to it.
People laying on the ground, it looks like. This is a dangerous scene right now.
ECU can now kneel this out. Capital One postgame immediately following on the ESPN app. And there's some pushing and shoving at the 20-yard line.
This isn't good.
We've said it a few times, no love lost in the 83 miles that separate these two schools in North Carolina.
Yeah, there's some bad blood between these two teams. Look at this. They got to get control of this.
This is a terrible scene at the end of what has been a fantastic bowl game. You hate to see this.
Remember, Jay, these two teams open the season next year.
Yeah, they start the 2025 season in Raleigh.
You already know what that's going to be all about.
Now, this is the last thing you want to see. Matt Cooley, this is what started it all.
And T-Mac Cooley, no matter what Yannick Smith might have said, T-Mac Cooley cannot go after him in that situation. You just can't. Because that is just throws gas on the fire, and here we go.
For Sharon Moore and these Michigan Wolverines, and that's why that third down conversion was so special for them.
Jake, when something breaks out between Michigan State and Michigan, well, that's not what you want to see right at the end of this thing. Great competitive ball game all night long, and
come on, man.
It gets ugly late. We've seen this each of the last few years.
It's a fight, but it's a fight between the whistles. It's a fight, but it's a fight between the whistles. It's not that. Thankfully, they got that separated.
There was a Spartan down at the bottom there that didn't need to be down there.
Let's get everyone to their locker rooms.
So here's the kneel down. Let's watch.
It's Colston Loveland right there. with number 8, Anthony Jones, and it's just...
And Auburn is in a heap of trouble. And it continues. Malcolm Simmons a drop. These playoff rankings brought to you by Capital One. And now there is a skirmish. We'll get back to this. But there is a skirmish over behind the Auburn sideline. Devontae Smith at the center of it. And he's being led away by Xavier Brown. And now here they go again. Finally, some Alabama coaches running across the field to get their players out of there. That took quite a while. Devontae Smith, the most heated among those involved. On the Auburn side, penalized here.
Just watch it here as number 8 up top, Keandre Lambert-Smith. That's Devontae Smith is continuing to go at it. And then Malachi Moore over there trying to get his player out of there. He gets stuck in the middle, engaged with another Auburn player, kind of by himself at that point.
Well, I guess my question here to Bill Lamagnier would be, is number 5 in white for Auburn guilty of anything, or do you think they got that right based on what we've seen so far, Bill?
Ohio defensive backs looking to the backfield a little too long.
Trey Stewart up the middle, flag. And we got some tippers flaring here.
Oh, we got a quarterback in the middle.
Yeah, Tyler Huff.
Well, you knew that.
Looking to challenge Shea Taylor.
I mean, Tyler Huff is the heartbeat of this Jacksonville State team. His toughness, the way he leads and takes on people, runs through the physicality of this team. He would not be the guy to walk away from a confrontation.
You can see the coaches from Jack State running on the field to pull their players away. Edwin Lee and his crew will have to talk about this one. Let's see here. Keep your eye on Shea Taylor. 35.
That's a wrestling move.
Yes. Oh,
no, you can't do that. No,
right.
you can't do that.
Stepped on Jacob Barrick.
I mean, walk away with the win. You just body slammed him. Take the win and walk away. You don't have to add the insult.
And here comes the
kicking.
quarterback, Tyler Huff. And then you got the wrestler coming in there, Brock Rechsteiner.
Yeah, well, he wasn't going to miss out on that either.
On 4th and 16, he'll run around as the clock ticks down. And now get knocked down as he took a knee. A flag comes out, and that is a fitting ending to things.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is about to get ugly. Oh, look at this. Guys are throwing fists.
Josh Heupel calling this timeout. And then the late hit.
Yeah, this is unfortunate.
Yep.
He was taking a knee. It was obvious what he was doing, and he got knocked into. And of course, the Gator offensive line took exception.
By the way, it's a 15-yard penalty. It's kind of fitting for how this game has gone for Tennessee.
Those names that's well known in this state. On the reverse, this is Carter. Got a block from his quarterback, Webb. Got a shoulder in there just to give Carter a little extra running room. And now we got extra going on along the Jacksonville State bench. Multiple flags start flying. Officials have got to get in there and break that thing up. I saw Martin late. It hasn't stopped. It's not over yet. That's Tyrone Lewis trying to get out of a bunch of white jerseys. He means a lot to the secondary of Louisiana. That was late where Martin just kind of runs one of the receivers, P.J. Wells, into the sideline, and it's late. And that's what kind of kick-started everything. Outnumbered if you're in a red jersey on that sideline. Martin and P.J. Wells. That's kind of what got everything going. He takes Wells down late along the sideline. And
2nd and 15. Pressure on Bourget. He's hit, gets it off, and it's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Taylor picks it off, and that'll do it. The winless streak is over in the Territorial Cup. For Arizona, they had lost 5 in a row. And Jacob Manu was the man that got the tip to create the interception opportunity.
Interception, first down for Arizona.
They had 2 interceptions on the season coming into today. A pair of picks for the Arizona secondary this afternoon. And now flags are out as we have a fight on the field.
You just don't want to see this because some of the suspensions of guys running off the field will leak into next year. That's something that you're just not thinking about this moment. And both these teams have fought so hard. You do not want to see it end with this type of display. One guy's just happy and he's not getting anything.
We're already good. I got it. The result of the play was an interception, and that play stands as called. First down. After the play, there's unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. For Arizona, number 4, number 56, and 98 are ejected. For Arizona State, numbers 28 and number 2 are ejected. They must leave the stadium area immediately.
None of them will get it. Henry, hard charging run across the 5. Tajon Henry's coming up big to start this half.
Yeah.
There are 2 flags down, though, and a scuffle at the top of the screen at the end of the play will sort out this commotion. Sam Brown has his helmet off. He is red hot. Wide receiver being taken out of the game by his teammates.
That's going to, if that end up costing Houston, Dana Holgorsen is going to be one livid man. Because those are the things that have plagued this team, the dumb penalties.
Oh, look at this. Brown just got shoved to the ground by one of his teammates.
Number 3, offense. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 13, defense. Excuse me, number 3 on the defense, number 13 on the offense. There is no penalty yardage. The penalty yardage cancels. That is both players' first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game. It's 2nd down.
With the mindset to not overlook this JMU team.
Oh, look out. Cunningham lost the snap, picked it back up, and there goes 3. Malik Cunningham with another magic trick, and the fans here are used to it. Whoa! Torres Jones took him all the way to the brick wall, and we've got extra. This could get real bad, real fast. Little brouhaha, and Kirk Cignetti is right in the middle of it. So first of all, how does Cunningham even do this? I mean, lost the snap, picked it up, and found some room. Torres Jones, their top tackler, took him out of bounds and then some. Oh, he had him out of the face mask. Whoa.
The plot thickens.
Now, according to the NCAA rulebook, as an offensive player, you can stiff arm and you can hit the face mask, but when you grab it and start to twist and turn the helmet, that's when it becomes an offensive penalty.
DeVito throws short. They'll pitch it back. Here's Williams, so dangerous in the open field. He's going to throw it backwards. That's well executed. Ball pops up in the air. Still a chance. Another lateral. Now it's the quarterback, DeVito. He throws it backwards. It's going to hit the turf. Scooped up by the Bulldogs. And they're going to go the other way. A touchdown. Marcus Banks on the final play of the game to cap off this win. Oh my goodness.
You got to be kidding me.
And now we got a fight on the field, the very last thing we wanted after a heck of a game. There were penalty flags on the field. Presumably the touchdown's going to count, which obviously is a pretty big deal to a lot of people. It's 19-10 as your final score.
Mississippi State with the win. Of a game that we just had that wrapped up, this Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Chris Conner, Mark Kirchlick, Ian Fitzsimmons is down on the field. Both of these teams came back together, and it got ugly, Mark. Fisticuffs were thrown. Both of these benches, not only they were cleared because they were meeting at midfield to shake hands, but it went all the way down to the far end zone.
Yeah, I mean, this turned into a brawl, and you know, this wasn't pushing and shoving that we saw before the game. And there were punches thrown. There was an intent to injure people. I mean, this is the type of situation where you are hoping that these players are able to walk away, these coaches are able to walk away with no one seriously injured.
Here's what it looked like. And this
right
is the coaches for both teams desperately trying to keep these teams apart.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, look at that. I mean, those are real punches being thrown. And Malik Heath, number 4 for Mississippi State.
Tennille Martin is into it with number 7 for Tulsa.
Yeah. Look, he has his helmet off. He's taking actual punches to the head. I mean, it's dangerous. I mean, these are strong men hitting each other as hard as they can with no helmets on. Right now, there's that layer of coaches in between them, but at some point, someone pushed a little bit. I mean, but look at this. I mean, look, kicked in the face.
Nelson, his receivers are wide open all over the field. He'll keep it himself inside the 5 and fight to get to the 1.
Bobby Petrino talked about his off-season training.
And look at this. Look at this.
No, Lamar. That's the wrong guy. A little bit of a late hit out of bounds. He got frustrated, and he's going after Jordan Jones, who will welcome any type of extracurricular like that.
Some 23 years ago, and we've seen examples of this through the years. Lonnie Johnson and Lamar Jackson talking to each other, and then you see the shove.
And see, and Jordan Jones comes over, he's standing over him, and he bumps into Lamar. Well, of course, you don't shove him. That's the wrong guy to shove. You know, here you get Malik Williams involved and a bunch of teammates. And tell you what, on the wrestle to the ground, it's taken down, but you end up on top. I don't know that I'm messing around with Lamar Jackson.
Thomas across the 35, and Hawthorne tackles him. The Texas players don't like it. And look out here. This is a 100-year-old rivalry. The Baylor players have come out of the field. They've run from the Baylor sideline. This could get ugly. A flag flies. Coach is getting in to break things up. Could not tell whether any punches were thrown. Some pushing and shoving. Flags are down.
Of the year. This one should be returnable for Dontre Wilson from a yard deep. And he's collared as he crossed the 15-yard line. And let's check in with Holly.
Well, his season has not gone as planned for Devin Gardner in his first time as a full-time spotter.
Holly, we're going to have to interrupt you. We got a big-time battle going on right now. The officials trying to separate everybody.
Dontre Willis better go find his helmet. He's one of the freshmen, and you don't want any of this because you don't want to lose key players.
The head coaches are out there. The assistant coaches are out there. Everybody trying to break up the melee.
You've got to keep your composure.
And there you see what went on after the play, after the kick return, and there did look like a punch thrown by Roby. Or Wilson.
Yeah,
well, he's still winging it. Now, there was more than one punch.
Not like a team that was flying out of town back in your days, Lamar. John Petty's extra point is up and good, and another melee on the field. This one is getting out of hand. Flags all over the place, and this is ugly. Very ugly.
Going on down on the field right now. So let's go away from the promotion as both teams come storming onto the field. This is going to take a little time, I think, because they are really at it. I see number 57 in the middle of the melee for Miami. It's a good place for him to get out of there because he can get lost in there. That's Tom Patterson, the long snapper. And now they've started to separate. A huge fight, and now it's breaking out again. This is about the 5th flag that has been thrown as a result of this. I can't tell you exactly how it started, but it's one of the biggest fights that I've seen in some time in college football. Kevin Patrick was mugged down in the end zone and somehow got his helmet pulled off. And that is not a good thing to do either.
This is just an ugly scene, Keith. You hate to see it at any level. Professional, high school, college, just an ugly scene. And a lot of these things started with guys trying to break things up. Guys would come in later, thought it was a fight, and start jumping on them.
I guess we'll watch that carefully here. This is the final ticks of this game for his life. And this one's now there's goes down, and Carruthers gets into it, and they've doused him, and now we've got a big brawl out on the field. Marring would have been the 200th victory for what is for Bobby Bowden. Look at this. That's an ugly mess down there. This is ugly. It all happened on that final tackle when they ran out of bounds on the sideline. Looks like they're starting to get it cleared up down there, although there's still some bodies flying around. They better get them pulled away from each other. The ball game is over. Archer trying to get his players to leave, as is Bobby Bowden.